Charlie Kirk's last words have left the entire world stunned, not just because of what happened, but because of exactly what he said moments before the gun went off. It's chilling and ironic. And it's the kind of detail that people won't stop talking about anytime soon. Charlie Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA, was in Utah for his American Comeback Tour. Nobody could have predicted that this tour would change everything. What was supposed to be a heated discussion on politics turned into something far darker. Moments before Charlie Kirk lost his life, he was talking about the gun violence itself. During the Q&A, a student asked Kirk a pointed question. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Charlie picked up the mic and said, counting or not counting gang violence. As soon as Kirk finished that line, a sound pierced the air.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Perhaps the most heart-wrenching part of this tragedy is that Charlie Kirk's wife and young children were present when it happened. According to some eyewitness accounts, when the deafening shot rang out, his daughter instinctively rushed toward her father, seeking comfort, only to be met with a scene no child should ever have to witness. Charlie Kirk was rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately, he didn't make it. President Donald Trump was among the first to confirm Charlie Kirk's death.
Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come.
After Charlie drew his last breath, things got even worse. Many people took to social media and asked for prayers and showed their condolences, but there are also many who are celebrating this tragic event. It is hard to believe, but this is actually true.
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed. How do you feel?
Happy. Goodbye.
Wow. Did you see that Charlie Kirk just got shot and killed?
That's good.
Wow, that's good. That's good that people are getting shot just off a political view? Good that people are dying in America?
Did you see that Charlie Kirk got shot and killed today?
Yes, I did.
How do you feel about that?
I don't really have any feelings about it. Who are you?
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed today. We're just getting people's opinions. How do you feel about that?
Girl, someone had to do it. And that's how I feel at this point in time.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. To everyone saying that it was such a senseless, violent act. I want you to remind yourself that it was God's plan. I mean, really, it was actually his fault because, like, he should have been wearing, like, a bulletproof neck brace or something. Like, I cannot believe he walked out the house without it.
Live by the sword, die by the sword. He did say that gun deaths were an acceptable side effect of gun rights.
Charlie Kirk indeed had some questionable opinions, and people are now citing his previous statements to justify his death.
You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational.
Charlie Kirk once argued that the cost of lives lost to gun violence was an unfortunate but acceptable price to have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. But in a cruel twist of fate, he himself became a victim of the very danger he minimized. Supporters see this moment as proof of his commitment to his beliefs, while critics argue it shows the tragic consequences of that ideology. But is it okay to unalive someone because they have different opinions and ideologies? While many are celebrating, Charlie Kirk's biggest rival, Dean Withers, broke down in tears after hearing about the news.
His wife and children were in attendance, dude. Imagine, you know, imagine being a 12-year-old, you know, watching your dad fucking die. Nobody deserves that.
It is heartbreaking to see this young man cry for his rival, but you know what? Some people had a problem even with that. Some of Dean's followers believe that Charlie Kirk deserved what happened to him, and Dean should not have reacted that way. It really makes you question, where are we heading as a humanity? Television personalities like Stephen A. Smith also addressed the situation.
Don't care what his political beliefs were. I don't care what he felt. I care about the fact that a man was gunned down in front of two of his children who are 5 years of age or less. That he's dead at the age of 31. That his wife is a widow. That his children are fatherless. Because his ideas and his beliefs differed from somebody else, apparently. And then I'm going online and I'm seeing people celebrating it. Shame. Shame on you.
Stephen A. Smith made it clear that this tragedy is not something we should brush aside. He said we must not tolerate it, and we should never say it's okay to accept something like this as normal. According to him, once we start treating violence like it's just another part of daily life, we lose our sense of humanity.
This is America. We're not supposed to condone stuff like this. We're not supposed to say it's okay. I don't give a damn who you are, black, white, or anything in between. You're a human being. That's your fellow man and fellow woman out there. That's your fellow brother and fellow sister out there. You got no business thinking like that. And you damn sure have no business doing something as heinous as that shooter who's still on a loose, by the way.
He reminded everyone that it's not about politics or sides. It's about protecting people, valuing life, and refusing to become numb to such events.
At some point in time, we got to recognize, can't just speak about it. Can't just give lip service to when such a vile act takes place. And we're going to give lip service to the tragedy of the moment, and then within 24 hours, we move on with our lives like nothing happened. Something did happen.
Melania Trump shared a heartfelt message, expressing sorrow that Charlie Kirk's children will now have to grow up without their father. She tweeted, "Charlie's children will be raised with stories instead of memories, photographs instead of laughter, and silence where their father's voice should have echoed." Authorities have confirmed that the shot was fired from the rooftop of a building roughly 200 yards away from where Charlie Kirk was speaking outdoors. Investigators believe this was a targeted attack rather than a random act.
New video shows an individual on the rooftop at Utah Valley University, where Charlie Kirk was speaking and then assassinated.
Early reports caused some confusion. Police initially detained two individuals near the scene. One was described as a person of interest, and another was arrested on campus, but both were later released after officials determined they were not involved. This has added to the tension, as the public wants answers while the investigation continues. Law enforcement later recovered a high-powered bolt-action rifle from a wooded area close to the site. Surveillance images have since been released, showing a figure moving across rooftops before and after the shot was fired. The police have caught the shooter, and the suspect has been named as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. The shocking part is that his own father handed him over. Reports say Tyler admitted to his dad that he was behind Charlie Kirk's death, but instead of surrendering, he threatened to end his own life if the police were called. That's when his parents stepped in and took control of the situation and ultimately handed him over to the FBI. So, I'll leave you with this question. Are we moving toward healing, or are we letting ourselves sink deeper into hate? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next update.